Welcome to day 15. Hopefully you guys are all caught up all the way through day 13. So try not to ever be more than 48 hours behind. Again, there are no hard feelings. If you just haven't been able to keep up with this class, you just weren't ready, please just send your team captain and myself a message and let us know that you had to drop out. Please remove yourself from the group and know that we still love you and we can't wait for the next one, the next Leap to Lead class, because maybe that's when you're going to be completely ready. So let's talk about your list of 100. As you know, it's a very, very important list. It's crucial to your business. But let's talk about those people that are outside of your zip code. So one of the things that has made my business so successful is the fact that I have a team that is local and I have lots of teams outside of my zip code. So it's important that you make connections with people who don't live close by, because you know what? You can get them off and running and they can have their own team meetings where they live, and it's fun to go visit and do trainings with them. So building your team outside of your zip code, very important. So get that list of 100 out. And if you haven't added people to it that live further away from you, then start adding those names. So do a little brainstorming. Start thinking of, maybe your next door neighbor has a sister that lives in Iowa, or maybe your child's piano teacher has a cousin that lives in Australia. Guys, make sure you know where we are open, what countries we're open. My very first Australian consultant on my team was because I posted on Facebook, who knows somebody in Australia? And all these people were like, I do. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, I'll never have a team in Australia. I don't know anybody who lives in Australia. But let me tell you, not only did I post that and somebody said, I know someone, but that someone joined my team and she built a team, became a director, and I went to Australia, guys. I went to Australia to work with my Scentsy team that was there and in New Zealand. How cool and amazing is that? Never in a million years did I think I would go to the Sydney Opera House, and I did. All because of that one post that I put on Facebook. I got to go. So start thinking about that. And then what you want to do is, as you have these people on your list who live outside of your zip code, you want to contact them and say, hey, how would you like to do a basket party? How would you like to give this a shot? Maybe start with that. Start with mailing them a basket party. Let them collect orders, see what they think, and then they can join your team. And it's that simple, just by asking. Remember, the number one reason why people are going to join your team is because you asked them. You complimented them and let them know that you thought they would be amazing on your team, and you asked them, and they said, why not? Why not give it a shot? You know what I often say to people is, worst case scenario, you've just paid $99 for over in the United States, over $300 worth of products. And if it doesn't work out, you're stuck with a whole bunch of amazing stuff that smells good. So they really have nothing to lose, especially if they like Scentsy. So while you're working on this, so this is just another way to reach out to people outside of your zip code. You need to make sure your calendars are staying full. So using that list of 100, constantly updating it, constantly keeping your calendar full. There are lots of ways to fill your calendars. Home parties, as you know, are my jive. Home parties are amazing. Home parties is where I've done most of my sales and most of my recruiting. And those are the people who stick around, and I build lifelong relationships, and they're typically my local people. There are other ways. There are, as we've talked about, basket parties or catalog shows. And there can be a difference between a basket party and a catalog show. Maybe a catalog show is where you don't give them any testers, or maybe you just give them 5 testers. 1 clean, 1 bakery, 1 manly, 1 fruity, and 1, whatever what's the word? Not holiday, but whatever the seasonal, like a floral in the spring and summer, and a holiday scent and during Christmas. And so you could just give them 5 little testers with catalogs and order forms. That could be a catalog party. Another kind of Facebook party. So I'm going to post a video Emily Bain made that's about a 29-minute video in case you're interested in doing Facebook parties. It's another way to do it. she made a video, and I'll post that video for you. And then there's something new called texting parties. And I think I have a little information I can post about how to do texting parties. So there are all kinds of ways to keep your schedule full. You have to get creative sometimes. You have to beg sometimes. Beg people, hey, I really need to fill my calendar. I am building a successful business and I need to get the ball rolling. And if you help me, if I could come into your house and just do a party, then I can probably book 2 or 3 parties from your party and go from there. So let's see, remember that your focus is 500 PRV minimum. That is low. That is the lowest you can go. Because once you do have a team, if you sell under 500 PRV, you're not going to get paid on your team, and that's a bummer. So you've got to really get into the habit of looking at that PRV number, 500 PRV. All right, so I am going to post those examples of you, the texting party and the Facebook Party by Emily Bain. And so anyway, just keep thinking about people who live outside of your zip code, because that can make or break, not break, it can hugely make your team and your success. So keep having a great time, leaping for lead, and have the best day. Bye, guys.